Hi, this is a quick tutorial on how to use relativity to access RM Cobol and microfocus Cobol data for its usage with Servoy using the JDBC driver that comes with the Relativity data server product. If you have the Relativity data server installed and some catalogs built with Relativity Designer, you can go to the control panel of your PC, and if you install the Relativity client as an administrator, you will have a Relativity server icon in your control panel, right? So in your Relativity server, you can connect to those servers running Relativity server and create data sources on the server. Here I have one data source called Bancos in my local server, pointing to one Relativity catalog, right? So that's all we need to use Servoy. But if you also want to use that data with other tools in your desktop like Microsoft Access, you also need to create a client Relativity connection to access with the desktop tools. So in that case, you will also configure an ODBC, a local ODBC connection. I have configured one. It's called Bancos Relativity Server that just points this local connection to my server with the data source server Bancos, right? But for Servoy, you do not need a client connection because Servoy will connect using JDBC directly with the data source in the server. But just for the purpose of this demonstration, having a local connection with the server, I have access here, so I can create a new table, not access table, but I'm just pointing to an ODBC data source. Okay, I click here, type of files, and the last one is ODBC data sources. I can connect here with my local connection that points to the server. I'm now connecting to the server. No security is configured for this catalog, so it will show me the tables that are present in that catalog, the banks and the movements. I take the banks table, and now I have it on my Microsoft Access. So I can click and open the connection and see and modify the data in my Cobol data file. Well, that's the access side. Now let's see how should we configure Servoy, the most important thing. In the Servoy Designer, in our database servers, I here have my connection to the Bancos database with the name Bancos. You can use a different name, of course. And once you have the Relativity JDBC driver copied into the drivers directory of the application server of Servoy, you will have the Relativity driver option inside drivers of Servoy. If you click here, you will see that Relativity is a valid option there. How do you do that? In order for it to appear in the list, you just need to copy into the directory you installed Servoy. You go to the application server, and inside application server to the drivers folder, and just copy inside that folder the rel jdbc.jar file that comes with the JDBC Relativity installation. So just copying that file in this folder, here it is. Now Servoy will let you add Relativity connections as databases into Servoy. So the driver is Relativity, you need a name. If the catalog has security, you need the user and password to access it. And the URL is JDBC Relativity, then / the name of the server where the data server is running, the port, the TCP/IP port where it's running, and the catalog name. That's all you need, and as you see, we have the tables. We are just seeing the tables inside that catalog here inside Servoy. Let's open the Bancos table. Okay, here it is, and can go to data and see the data on my Cobol file. Okay, so that's it. It's working. Enjoy Relativity and enjoy Servoy. To finish, just a clarification on the URL you need to use to configure the data server connection inside Servoy to work with Relativity. The URL is composed using JDBC Relativity / the server name or the IP address of the server running Relativity data server, and the TCP/IP port where the data server is running, and then the name of the Relativity data source on that server. Okay, examples are the one we use, JDBC Relativity, running in localhost in the TCP/IP port, and the data source name named Bancos on the server. Other examples could be this one with a different server, or maybe a different TCP/IP port. Well, I hope this presentation was useful. If you have any comments or questions, you can find me at juan@prorm.com. Thank you very much.